Good evening, everybody. Welcome to opening night at Shynbrt Studios. I will be your host as we go through this reaction. The subject being, does Sydney Sweeney actually have good genes? And who's who's really getting invested in them genes? Pause. We're gonna have our guest content creator, Nina from the Panic Button. They actually do a good job on most issues. I mean, there's some that I would have some disagreements with. Not exactly like an arsenal full, but there's some things that I know. Yep, we're gonna have to agree to disagree on. But they put out for the most part pretty good content. Definitely give them a subscribe, a listen to. But now that we're gonna skip through the pleasantries, fair use, ladies, fair use.
Hey everyone, I'm Nina and this is the Panic Button. So white liberal women seem to hate Sydney Sweeney because she did an ad for American Eagle, and somehow they think it's about eugenics, amongst other things. And we're gonna watch a few of her ads and see what's the hubbub about. Well, why are they getting so mad? Let's watch the.
I'm probably going to take a shot in the dark here and say that nobody's feeling their genes.
Ads and see why they're so mad.
And the comedic part of this of why they would be mad because hell, Sydney Sweeney ain't exactly fitting those genes right. That's one of the things I guess I could say is comical on my side, but then again, I shot big and tall.
Sydney Sweeney has very genes.
Hey, incels, thirst shot right there. There's a thirst shot for you. So you incels can have something to look at. All right, we're continuing. I don't got all night.
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring.
And I'm going to say this right now. Thank you, Pops, for giving me some of the best genes. Because I know the biggest thing of all, I'm going to have a gray snow cone for an afro before I ever go bald.
Often determining traits like hair color.
All right, incels, examine your thirst trap.
Personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue.
So are mine, but I don't think the genes that I have are going to be spewing propaganda. So they say.
Sydney Sweeney has very genes.
I am a Mustang enthusiast. Yes, I am. But I'm also going to say this. If this is the example of the target market, American Eagle Outfitters is about to become the IHOP of clothing because they're going to be they're going to be getting a whole lot of pancakes.
Sydney Sweeney has very genes.
Oh snap! She peeled out doing a donut in the Mustang. Oh, y'all might be a little mad about that because y'all might have been about 50 too many and can't fit in the jeans that Sydney Sweeney is wearing, though not exactly the greatest.
Sydney Sweeney has very genes.
I just didn't like this commercial because of the fact it reminds me of Drunk Vision. I don't want drunk vision. If I'm looking at a commercial, I don't want to feel like spinning all over the place like I'm wasted. I thought I'd try to put those days behind me. And we gonna kick this part off. Why I'm gonna say Sydney Sweeney is a mid to me? I'm not a fan of narrow hips. Nope, I think hips is probably one of the more feminine traits that I do value. And I said she ain't got the hips.
Hi, I'm Sydney Sweeney, and I'm from Spokane, Washington. I can work as a local hire as well, though, and I am available for the American Eagle jeans campaign shoot.
Profile and hands, please. Thanks. We'll be in touch.
Sydney Sweeney.
Those jeans don't look right. Maybe I'm about a blunt ahead in life of everybody, but those jeans just don't fit right.
Has very jeans.
Next.
I'm not here to tell you to buy American Eagle jeans. And I definitely
Money shot right there. All you incels, you want a money shot? There it is right there. Cause I know y'all be thirsting for this. Don't worry, I got a couple sticks of dynamite.
won't say that they're the most comfortable jeans I've ever worn. Or that they make your butt look amazing.
If you like pancakes, by all means.
Why would I need to do that? But if you said that you want to buy the jeans, I'm not going to stop you. Just so we're clear, this is not me telling you to buy American Eagle jeans.
Sydney Sweeney has very jeans.
You see what I did there, right?
I can't believe it. How dare she? Oh my god. This is repulsive. Why would she do this?
How could they? They do this to me!
Be attractive in an American Eagle commercial? Who the hell does she think she is?
Someone that made a payday at the expense of you complaining lefties. I know Nina is not on that side, but I'm just saying the point being, you lefties created something that you really didn't have to, but you needed something to complain about, and guess what? Your enemy got paid because of your theories that held next to no water.
Does she not know that there are people starving in other countries and she decides she's going to do an ad for American Eagle? Holy shit! Someone bring out the band. We have a rude white lady on our hands.
The band being Karen and the Incels that played the tune that got a lot of people paid. Said you lefties, sometimes y'all need to learn the Fifth Amendment, as in the right to remain silent, because had y'all exercised that right to remain silent, you wouldn't have this on your hands. Outside of everybody else looking at you side-eyed.
An abominable, objectifying, horrific lady. A blonde, white lady. How could she do this? Does she not know that people have hard lives? Does she not know the meaning of her words? What?
Nope. Nope. She only just said it basically as a double entendre. But I don't think Sydney exactly knows. He said sarcastically.
This ad is really showing. So why the fuck are people mad? I don't know. I don't. Why are they mad? What is so upsetting?
Well, let's see. One, they don't have her money. Two, they don't have her body. Three, I mean, my only part is I just wish I had the Mustang. Just as good. That's just because I love Mustangs. But going back to it, don't have her money, don't have her body. I think those are two right off jump. So they needed to find something to reach for. And guess what? They found it and failed, and everybody's laughing at them to the bank.
I don't know. I guess we have to listen to the ladies to find out exactly why they're so upset about Sydney Sweeney in these commercials. I'm sorry, I didn't see shit. I didn't see a thing wrong with it. It's just a regular freaking commercial. Honestly, I didn't even know American Eagle was still in business. I thought that they were a company that went under in like the early 2000s. I haven't seen hide nor hair of them since I was in high school, so maybe they're making a comeback. I'm not sure. I know one thing, though. They don't make great jeans. Even when I was 120 pounds, their jeans fit like garbage. Absolute garbage.
Well, I never had the displeasure of owning American Eagle because I shop big and tall. I guess you could say for me, that is a blessing because there's a lot of me that's laughing at most of this because people took it too far and don't realize how much they about to set off. Yeah, you lefties, you gave the right so much ammunition trying to promote something that we don't look at too tough. This is one word that everybody tries to say, but they don't exactly know what it means. If you think you know what that word is, you can type it in the commentary. Or you can type it and I'll give you a gold star. Let's continue.
But this isn't about American Eagle. It's about Sydney Sweeney. So what is it, ladies? Why don't you enlighten me? Why don't you educate me? I'd really love to know what the hubbub is about.
As said, from the term with the Afro perm, I guess it's as said. They either wish they had her money, they either wish they had her looks. Because it said I'm not gonna deny that Sydney Sweeney is not attractive. She's not my type. So I mean, those are starters right there. It said you're a female, you probably know a little bit better of why some of your compatriots are catty over something as over 30-second commercials.
I finally feel comfortable saying this, and I've tried so hard to in the past, but I do not like Sydney Sweeney, okay? Even though I have defended her multiple times because I used to believe that the hate she received was unreasonable.
It ain't my place to ask why she defended it. As Sydney Sweeney, to me, this is comedic material. This is something that I'm probably gonna laugh at because of the fact that y'all started the powder keg and it's about to explode.
And at the time, some of it was, okay? And I've never said this about a woman before, but the backlash that this woman receives is entirely self-inflicted, and I believe intentional at this point.
State your case, lady. I mean, you're just you're just saying word salad. You're saying word salad to me. You're killing some of my brain cells.
And she fully had the potential opportunity to do a Margot Robbie and see that she was catering to the wrong audience and shift gears. But I think with this new American Eagle ad controversy, she has destroyed any chance she has at that. In the next
Excuse me. Let me educate you one time, madam. Are you not aware of MAGA? You know those red hatters that support the orange man? And let me go ahead and throw this quick piece of this stick of dynamite at you. Yeah, those red hat supporters that voted the orange man in because lefties just kept dropping the ball and couldn't get anything in order. When he found out Sydney Sweeney was a Republican, he quote unquote endorsed that commercial. Oh, boom! American Eagle sales went up 25% over the fact that the orange man endorsed it because he found out Sydney Sweeney's a Republican. I mean, I guess you could say that kind of tells you how clueless he is. Like, he's just supporting it because she's a Republican. And this is also something that I learned throughout listening to black media, and the orange man just kind of proved it. Oh, she's registered Republican. Y'all don't vet your own, MAGA. That's why y'all are destined to go down. And also, oh yeah, let me throw this piece of dynamite. Yeah, Mr. President, yeah, you realize that with that endorsement, you just contributed to the thing that your MAGA supporters are wholly against, called DEI. Because Sydney Sweeney is probably a picture perfect portrait of that. Because this was an opportunity that she damn sure didn't waste.
time her male audience that she repeatedly caters to turns on her like they have in the past, I will no longer be defending her. Because hear me out, she had the potential to choose the Margot Robbie path, which would have aged her career beautifully, right? Because Margot Robbie started around like Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah, my sentiments exactly, lady. You throwing a whole bunch of word salad, and it ain't exactly tasting right. Get to the point.
Era, and she very much so was catered to the male gaze, which is a similar thing that happened with Sydney Sweeney, right? And
So let me ask you a question. Okay, so I'm a male. I'm supposed I know as a male, there's a part of me that would appeal to somebody, whether I could be out having a coffee or I could be at the gym. There's something about me that would appeal to somebody. It's called attraction. You know, most of the incels that you're trying to talk about, they were attracted to Sydney Sweeney, which is probably one of the reasons why she got such a push and everybody's looking at her because because of people like you that just basically gave her the free advertisement.
then Margot Robbie appeared as a human being to men for the first time, and they all turned on her.
Listen, American Eagle did an ad with fat, ugly people, and it sold just as well as you'd think. It went in the toilet. That's what happens when you listen to ladies like this. Your stocks plummet. You don't want to cater to the white, liberal Karens of the world because they're like a bomb. They're a silent bomb. They will trash your company, and then they will still trash you, even if you follow their lead, their DEI lead, their body positivity lead.
As I just said previously, Sydney Sweeney is a picture perfect portrait of DEI. If you want to try it, go look up Reuters. Who benefited the most from DEI? I say this, not my black ass. Because as I stated previously, Sydney Sweeney took full advantage of it. Hey, I'm not mad. Grab your bag.
No one wants to buy clothes from fat, ugly people. I'm sorry. I'll be the first one to say it. Or maybe the second, I'm not sure. But we watch movies and we see ads and we don't want to see fat, ugly people. We want to see pretty people. Why? Because it's nice to look at. Because we don't see it often. Because it's different than the norm, amongst other things. But as a single, white, pretty lady like Sydney Sweeney, she gets to do whatever the she wants with her career. Why would she listen to these people?
Because those people drove that 25% push. Those people that had to spew that vitriol didn't realize the financial impact that they created. It's like, we're trying to use our powers for good, but you just created a monster that's basically destroying your village. I think, hopefully, they would figure out that their complaining was counterproductive.
Obviously, companies have in the past hired people like this to help them with their ads and their marketing, and it's just tanked companies left and right because it's not about making money for them, it's about the optics and the education, and no one wants to be preached to about their bullshit. They just want to see pretty people. Americans, for the most part, are stupid. It's sight and sound. We want to see pretty, we want to hear pretty. And whatever that relates to the person who's listening or seeing it, for the most part, people want to see pretty, and they want to hear pretty, and they want to not look at trash. I mean, how else do you say it? I don't know. How else do you say it? I don't know. This lady's still fucking talking.
Which we actually preferred that she didn't, because the word salad was painful enough. I mean, to the point I don't drink and she's giving me a hangover.
Her and started calling her mid. Again, just like a
Guys are allowed to call her mid. I called her a mid, and I stand by my reasons behind why I called her a mid. So you actually, I just thought about it. You just basically told on yourself in regards to defending her because guys aren't allowed to call her mid. Ma'am, ma'am, be quiet.
year ago how Sydney Sweeney had those bikini photos leaked in which she just looks like a regular person who wasn't photoshopped, and men across the internet started turning on her and calling her mid as well. And that's when
Because men have the right to do such. I mean, you have men that would find thicker chicks like Ashley Graham attractive, or women like Kate Upton, or Iman. Let's see who else. Let's say we'll go with classes like Tyra Banks. So, what's the hold up here, lady?
when I defended her, right? Because she didn't deserve that.
Yeah, but you have to understand the men who are calling her mid are usually the men who look like the fat, ugly Karens. They're usually the incels who are the manosphere red pill guys who couldn't get a woman to save their life even if they were really trying. And so they're pissed. And so when they see someone who appears perfect, not appearing as perfect, they're going to go in on her because nobody's going to attack them because they live behind some, like...
No, I gotta disagree because some of them incels, they might set themselves up to get cooked. It said, I'm gonna at least stand by my reasons of why I'm gonna call her a mid. I'm not gonna just call her a mid just for the fun of it. No. It said, for me, I'm not a fan of narrow hips. Not a disqualifier, and I'm not gonna say that she's not attractive, but I know that's something like, yep, you're kind of mid. You're I said, I look at hips as a very feminine trait, and she ain't packing them like that.
Random profile picture that doesn't even depict them, so they can hide away and bitch and moan about how. But if Sydney Sweeney came up to them and say, "Hey, you want to?" They'd be like, "Yeah, of course I do." They'd be like coming in their pants. Her just walking up to them. So,
and that's why I said I wouldn't disqualify her. Not by a margin. I would not disqualify her, but I know primarily she's not going to be my type.
oh, they're pathetic pieces of crap. Who cares? Who gives a shit if they think she's mid? She's obviously not, and they're just in Delulu land.
No, I wouldn't call myself delusional. I'd call myself hopefully being able to know what I like and what I do not like.
Delusional. They're delusional because they're upset and mad, just like these white Karens are. Let's just be honest. Let's be honest. No one gives a shit about this bitch's perspective. No one gives a shit. Why doesn't she go bitch to her boyfriend and her friends about it?
I don't know. She might be a crazy cat lady because if she spent all that time throwing word salad and defending somebody over leaked bikini pictures, that probably increased her market value, so to say. I don't know why. I don't know why she even. I don't know why she stuck her neck out for that.
I'm sure she already has, but I don't think she has a boyfriend because this lady seems absolutely unhinged and a nightmare to deal with. God.
Coming from a lesbian, that's bad. That is bad if a lesbian said that this chick is a nightmare. I mean, she was already cringe enough with the word salad. But when that comes from a lesbian, that's like, forget proceed with caution. You need to have your body armor and tools because it's gonna be a battle. And you might not walk out.
I couldn't imagine waking up next to this person, having to listen to her bitch about the dumbest shit ever because she's never had to experience any sort of suffering a day in her life. So, fuck this bitch, let's move on.
Yeah, I agree. As I said, for the most part, I do agree. But at the same time, I'm also not going to dismiss nor discredit that, yeah, there is some reading between the lines, but you septum soldiers set the fuse, you lit the fuse, and it blew up in it blew up in your faces because y'all done pushed so much revenue towards them, and it also blew up in the right's face. Why? DEI. Yes. Yes, right here. Right here. DEI. Come take a look at it, righties. Come look at it. Y'all putting your money in the right people's spot. So, in a way, both of y'all got played. And to close this out, I feel absolutely nothing. But on this note, stand up, stand out, shine bright, and